This is the first time that I've owned a peripheral in my gaming setup that is worth this much, but at the same time something that can actually do this much. Big shout out to Logitech G ANZ for sending out the new A50X. Man, these ain't even out yet. Hitting shelves in late February, the ASTRO A50X by Logitech G is the latest in gaming peripherals from the brand. Upgraded mic and sound quality, new features, a revamped Basestation, as well as customization through GHUB not only on PC but on mobile as well. Whether you're a casual gamer, a content creator or streamer, or someone that just wants the latest and greatest in gaming technology, in this video we're going to be going through a lot to see if the price tag is worth it. Let's get into it. Don't forget, if you go to the Logitech G website and use code SOLIDGIFTS, you'll get your nice little discount. On top of that, be able to see the wide range of gaming peripherals and other technology from Logitech G. Link will be in the description. I've been using this headset for over a month now and there's actually a lot to cover. To be honest, I feel like they've taken the A50s, they've kept everything that was really good about them and changed and upgraded things that they needed to, which is really rare in this day and age. We get the same classic shape and feel, good quality build with upgraded graphene drivers and premium quality microphone. On top of this, the upgraded Basestation, which is more than just an HDMI switcher. But we'll get into all of that in this video. Let's check out what you get in the box. Upon unboxing, we get the headset, which is covered by a premium quality material. The build of the headset itself carries that higher tier that we expect from a pair of Astros with new orangey red accents throughout. They also come in two different colors. I got the white colorway, which is also something that they didn't have before. The dimensions compared to its predecessor are basically identical, right to the point where we're even able to use the same ear cups on the A50s. So good news, if you use the mod kit or any other third-party ear cups, they should work perfectly fine. In the next box, we found the cables needed to use the Basestation with your PC, which also feeds power to the Basestation as well. Something we didn't need to do with the A50s, but there's a good reason for this. Lastly, we have the Basestation itself with the wall plug. You also get multiple inputs to be able to use this anywhere in the world, and you'll also notice at the back it looks a little different with extra inputs, which is one of the main features that have been added to the A50Xs. Now on top of using these for over a month, I've also used the PROX2s as well as the ASTRO A50s. So in regards to a comparison between the three, I feel like I'm pretty qualified. Let's see how they all stack up against each other. Like I said before, the build quality is still top notch. The design is almost identical to the A50s, but we do have a few changes and upgrades to the headset. Logitech have included their new graphene drivers into the A50Xs. The PROX2s also have graphene drivers, but do they sound exactly the same as the A50Xs? Yes and no, to be honest. I always found that the Astros are usually louder than the PROXs that I've had, whether it be the PROX2s or the one previous to that. So it's kind of like the best of both worlds. You're getting that precision, that accuracy from the graphene drivers, but on top of that, you're getting that in-depth quality that you would from Astros. On top of all of this, we can now go further with GHUB. We can customize it to exactly what we need it to sound like. But we'll get to that later on in the video. Another thing that I was blown away by was the microphone on this thing. I've always found that with the ASTRO A50s that there was always an opportunity to make that microphone a lot better. And I'm glad to see the Logitech have done just that with the A50X. We still get the traditional microphone where we can move it down. It's very flexible, so we can move it wherever, which is awesome because you're able to put it to wherever you need it to go. And we still get the classic flip up to mute. Normally when I use headsets, I don't usually like to have the microphone plugged in. That's why you'll see on the PROX2s how I have them now. If you ever see me use them in stream, I'll never have the microphone plugged in. There's no advantage to that, it's just personal preference. I don't like to have it in the way. With the shape and build of the A50Xs, that microphone, even though it's not detachable, you can have it so it's right out of the way of your face. I will go further with a microphone test later on in the video. You can skip ahead if you like. But to be honest, those that use this microphone for comms, whether you play on console, or even those that are looking to have somewhat of a portable setup, this is definitely a serious contender. You won't have to lug around like a separate microphone. You can straight up just use the microphone on here. It's that good. In comparison to the other headsets, this microphone beats them both hands down. If we compare the different colorways, like I said before, they do now come in white, which is actually quite nice. You'll see some orange accents throughout the headset as well, on the side here, and then also on the top as well, I believe. Yeah, there they are there. And we still have that same durable quality that we used to. The regular A50s always just came in that same one color, but the PROX2s also come in black, white, and magenta. Dimensions wise, the A50Xs and the A50s are almost identical. I think besides maybe these buttons here and what they're used for, the only other thing that I could really see was the size of the actual ear cups itself. You know, it's kind of hard to see here, but I believe that the A50Xs are slightly smaller. Like I was saying before though, if you have the mod kit or any other third-party accessories or third-party ear cups, you can literally change these. I'll show you right here. I think this is an awesome part of the design, how you can just pull them off. They're magnetic. But as we can see, you can literally just put them on and they fit perfectly. Just put them back. Something else I also noticed as well is if you use the ASTRO A50s, or if you have used them before, you'll notice that sometimes when you're going to dock them or when you're going to charge them, it can be a little bit annoying. I think when I first got them, I never had any issues. Over time, I did start to have a few issues with the A50s, just being able to dock it. With the A50Xs, I believe that they put magnets inside them, so you can literally just chuck them on there and the magnets will just connect up themselves. It makes it so much easier to charge. But there's something small that I noticed with the A50Xs that I really, really like. You know, sometimes it's the little things. I would at times resort to just using the micro USB at the bottom of the A50s to be able to charge it. And in saying that, not only do the PROX2s have USB-C, but so do the A50Xs, which is awesome because I know all of Logitech G's new peripherals, they all use USB-C, which is really, really good. And we've been asking this for years, and it's cool to see pretty much all the new products that are coming out from Logitech G all use USB-C as well. Bluetooth, yes, they have been added to the A50X, but there's a bit of a catch. Obviously, as we know, the A50s, they didn't have Bluetooth at all in them. The PROX2s have them built into the actual headset itself, so you can use these while you're out and about as well. And the A50X have them built into the Basestation itself, which has its pros and cons, to be honest. With the audio being fed to the headset via the Basestation, you can have multiple instances of audio sources running through it. So as far as I understand, unless there's another way to do it, no, you can't take the headset out and about. If you're traveling, or if you want to go to the gym, or want to go out, public transport or anything like that, like you can with the PROX2. But you are able to route multiple audio sources by using the Basestation through the headset. Yo, solid guess, what does that even mean, bruh? What does this mean? Say for example, if you have Bluetooth hooked up and if you have your phone connected to the Basestation, you're able to route that audio from your phone through the Basestation to your headset. So if you're in game, you can take a phone call if you like, or you can make a phone call and you can use it in that way. If you're on console, you can do the same thing. You can hook your phone up through the Basestation, you can use your phone to play music through Spotify or SoundCloud, or even make and take calls as well. I know there's also Discord built into the consoles these days, but you can also use the mobile version if you like, if you prefer that over the console version. These are just a few examples of being able to use Bluetooth through the Basestation with the ASTRO A50X. I think the way that I've set up Bluetooth on the A50X is awesome for what it is. To be honest, I could see myself out and about using the PROX2s if I'm like traveling or anything like that, if I'm on public transport, just because the build of the shape and the way that they look. But I don't think I'll take the A50X out for that exact same reason. In my opinion, all three of them are awesome headsets. It's really hard to choose between the three, but I feel like just with the A50Xs and what they have to offer, they come out on top. When we focus a bit more on the A50s versus the A50X, here are your main upgrades and differences between the two. 40mm drivers in the A50s versus the 40mm Pro G Graphene drivers in the A50X. 6mm unidirectional mic in the A50s versus an omnidirectional that has a frequency response of 60 to 20 kHz and a 16-bit/48 kHz sampling rate, or in simpler terms, way better audio, way better mic quality. On top of all of this, the ability to adjust and customize through GHUB instead of using the ASTRO software while using the A50Xs. According to the website, the A50s come in at a weight of 380 grams and the A50Xs come in at 363. So technically they're lighter. The A50s would give me anywhere from 15 to 17 hours battery life depending on the volume. I've done plenty of 24-hour streams and it's usually on the market around about 15-16 hours. The A50X has stated a 24-hour battery life, but I haven't used them that much yet. I can confirm that I usually do charge them every couple of days, but once I do a 24-hour stream, I'll come back and I'll let you guys know. A50s use a micro USB, whereas the A50Xs are USB-C. The range from the Basestation is definitely further on the A50Xs. I would assume that the upgraded Basestation with light speed have contributed to this. If I were to go downstairs for a drink or anything else, the A50s would usually start to cut out. But with the A50Xs, I can pretty much go anywhere around the house and even outside and still get my audio. Magnets make it much easier to dock and charge with the A50Xs, where sometimes this will be a hassle with the A50s after using them for a couple of years. Very small, minute details, but something that I've noticed nonetheless. The A50X Basestation is now powered via plug, which I'll delve deeper into soon, but I did notice that charging is faster as well. Like I said before, Bluetooth has been added, which is an awesome addition. I will explain even more the changes through the Basestation later in the video, but these are most of the main changes and upgrades when we look at both the A50s versus the A50X. As we were talking about it before, Logitech have included the new Graphene drivers, which I also have in the PROX2. For those that don't know what these are, in short, this is part of the material that is used to make up the speaker inside of the headset. Using Graphene instead of traditional materials is a plus on so many different levels. Not only does using Graphene mean a much stronger, durable build, but a much lighter one as well. This helps with the sound quality from the headset immensely, giving more accuracy and depth while using them. I like to explain the new Graphene drivers to deliver sound when it needs to. For example, when using the regular A50s, the bass from an explosion in game would hit, and so would the bass in the headset, kind of lingering for a little bit. It wasn't a bad thing, but to compare it with the A50X and the Graphene drivers, they would hit and it will feel more precise on where it would need to stop. I know this could be hard to understand, but when you take into consideration things like bullets flying, explosions, and something minute like footsteps, accuracy with audio plays a massive part. They've perfected it to a point where it just sounds right. You're able to hear everything without hearing the extra muffling and blending while using the headset. A clean, accurate sound. The combination of the Graphene drivers as well as the ASTRO sound that we all know and love, bundled together with the GHUB software makes the A50X a serious contender when it comes to the gaming headset space. I'll talk more about sounds and presets in GHUB later on in the video. Another thing that surprised me that I did not expect at all was how good the microphone is while using the A50X. I know that there are very few gaming headsets that are on par with this level of quality. I'm actually using the microphone right now so you're able to hear that quality. Using the GHUB software, Logitech not only has given us presets to use with the microphone, but they've also given us the ability to customize it as much as we can, just like the headset or the sound from the headset. Right now the A50X is using the broadcast preset, which is curated by Logitech and the GHUB software. In the software there's also a competitive preset which gives you a bit more of a sharp sound if you're in a comp setting like a LAN or something like that, as well as a default preset which is more of a flat sound. To give you guys another example, I want to show you guys a clip on stream the other day. I didn't realize that my main microphone wasn't working, so I used the A50X microphone until I got it working. I wanted to show you this because it gives you another point of view after all the audio has been encoded through the stream and normally what you guys would hear. How about now? You can hear, wait, let me turn this down. You can hear this, right? Hello, hello, hello. You can hear this, right? I don't know why, but my main mic isn't working. Let me check something. Hold on. Let me try one more thing. I'm using my headset. Bro, I was I was talking the whole time. Yeah, you guys, I can see you guys can hear me now. Wait, let me turn this down a little bit more. There you go. Yeah, I can see you guys can hear me now. But I don't even know what's going on. Hello, 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 hello. Hello. There you go. Sweet. That's good. Bro, I didn't even know what the hell was going on there. Sorry guys, my bad, my bad. As you could see or even hear, the microphone on the A50X is crazy when it comes to quality. Expect the same quality whether you're using it on your PC, on console or mobile. Something to definitely consider for those that are wanting to stream and or make content if you're just using your console, or if you have a bit more of a portable setup like a laptop or something like that. Moving over to a major part of the whole setup, the base station. The piece of equipment that ties all of this together. I know we've covered a lot already, but there's still so much more. If you've used the A50s before, this will feel somewhat familiar. Only this time around, it's packed with so many more features. Look at it as your one-stop shop that routes all of the audio as well as video from your PC to your consoles while using placing. For the first time, we get a headset that has the ability to switch between sources while using HDMI 2.1, as well as up to 4K at 120 Hz on your screen. On top of that, being able to carry 24-bit audio. Easier put, premium level video and audio whether you're on your PC, Xbox or PlayStation, while having the ability to switch between all of that with the press of a button. This creates a seamless experience for those that need to switch between the three. A true cross-platform experience. On the back of the base station, we see a cable for the PC, which doubles as our power also, as well as ports for both the Xbox and PlayStation. No more optical cable or connection, everything is run through the base station via USB-C or HDMI. Keep in mind that HDMI cables are not included in the box with the headset, but would have been nice to get a spare one. The addition of power running through the base station via a plug means that this charges a lot faster than before. Like I was saying before, I think there are magnets which help put the headset into place, so it doesn't feel like you're trying to charge your phone with a dodgy cable. You know how you would have to jiggle your cable on your phone to that perfect spot just so you could charge? Not anymore. Bluetooth has been added through the base station as well, which gives us dual device mixing. You're playing on your PS or your Xbox and you wanted to get other audio through other sources like Spotify or SoundCloud, easy. Or you're on your PC and you want to be able to answer calls while you're in game, all good. Even the ability to connect to your Nintendo Switch audio through Bluetooth, we can do that as well. Logitech have done really well with PlaySync, providing a way to game no matter what the situation is. We've gone through so much, but we are not done yet. Something that a lot of you will be familiar with is GHUB integration. With the A50X, Logitech G have gone above and beyond. Not only do we get to change and perfect the audio through our PC, but we can also do it on the fly through the Logitech G Mobile app. As you can see, we have different curated presets that Logitech have already set up. So we have a default, a gaming and a media one. All of these I've tried. I know with the gaming preset, it's something if you just want to get going and just have a preset ready to go, you can just click on that and you're good to go. Same thing with media as well. If you're just listening to music or watching videos on YouTube, for example, this is really good for that. If you want to as well, you can obviously create your own presets, and I've toyed around with a few different ones as you can see here. And I'll probably put out a video soon where I'll show you guys if you guys want help with getting this set up. But for those that use the old Astro software, you'll be able to see this, and it's kind of like that but on steroids. We have two different modes for the equalizer depending on what you used to and what you prefer. So you can have your traditional levels there if you want to use that and if you're used to that, or you can switch over to the advanced view. Now when we are using the equalizer, we have access to 10 different bands and you can change the frequency, the gain and the Q factor of each of them. I will say I'm not a master when it comes to this kind of stuff, but I know enough to make it sound good. And for those that have no idea what any of this stuff is, this is kind of what we use to hear the lows and the highs and the bass and all that kind of stuff when you're playing video games or listening to music. Basically, if you want to try and hear footsteps in a game, these are certain things and certain settings settings that you'll change and that you'll edit to be able to do that. Moving over to the microphone, you can see that it not only has an equalizer, but it has its own noise gate as well. All of this stuff is built in from Logitech. Just like when we're testing out the microphone, if you guys haven't seen it already, we have different curated presets. We have a broadcast, a competition, as well as a default one. Now these are all built into GHUB. This is ready to go. This is nothing that I've created. This is something that's already there. So as a reminder, broadcast is something that I would use if I was streaming and if my microphone wasn't working. Competition is something if you're a bit more in a comp environment, like at a LAN or something like that. And default will just give us like a nice flat sound and something that you can work off. The noise gate is very simple and straightforward. You can either turn it off, you can have a night mode, home, or tournament. It's really up to you. But the fact that they have all of this ready to go in GHUB is crazy. If that wasn't enough, they also have routing on the headset as well. So you're able to route all of the audio. I don't need any of this kind of stuff right now, so I'm not going to touch it. I'm just going to leave it there. But these options are there if you do need it for your setup. I remember using the Gen 5 A50s and just being able to get everything going through the Astro software. Even though sometimes it felt like a bit of a pain, being able to get that perfect sound made it all worth it. Now we have GHUB where we're able to customize it way more than before. Like I said before, I've been kind of toying around making my own preset. I got some third-party ear cups on the way. Once I get those, I'm going to use them to be able to perfect that preset. The curated presets that Logitech have included are pretty decent, to be honest. For those that don't want to muck around and just want to get straight into it, these are awesome. But we all hear audio differently, so the ability to tweak and adjust it to make it perfect for you is there as well. If you guys didn't know as well, there's a whole community that create their own presets that you can just lock up. So this isn't only for the A50X. There's everything from the PROX2s, the PROX, headsets, microphones. They have a whole bunch of presets that are ready to go. So say for example, if I wanted to get a preset for Logitech G, if I wanted to check it out, I'll just click on that, or you can just search it manually above the top. You can go through, you can see how many times it's been downloaded, you can see how many different people like them, and you can just download it straight to GHUB. You just click on that button, you go back into your presets, and it's there, it's ready to go. So you can try that one out, see if you like it, you can adjust it if you want, it's really up to you. Using the app is super easy as well. Once you download and install it, it takes you through a setup to be able to connect it to the headset. And once we've done that, we're able to adjust everything on the fly. Now I did notice a couple of things, like when we go into the app itself, you can adjust the side tone. This one here is if you want to do the volume or the balance between the voice and the game. You can do all of that through the app instead of pressing the physical button. And even if we're wanting to adjust the headphones, so the sound on either the audio or the microphone, what I did notice as well is it only stores one custom preset. So like I was showing you before, how I had a few that I was toying around with, plus the one that were downloaded, it will only show us the last one that we had selected. So what this means, if you don't want to go into GHUB on your computer that much, say for example if you use console, you can adjust everything here. What I would do is I'll just create one custom preset, and then that's the one that I'll adjust. If we go into the different custom presets, we'll be able to see it, and I notice that it keeps on changing orientation when we're in here as well. But as you can see, we have the default, the gaming, the media one, the curated presets from Logitech, and then we also have just the one custom one that we chose last. It just says custom there. I think you can also add a preset as well. So if we just test that, go custom one, it lets us do the same thing. If I want to save it, I want to see. Oh, awesome. So we can actually add them through the app, but the custom one will only show us the last one that we had selected through GHUB on the PC. Now this is very much same for the microphone too. So if we want to go back and if we want to select microphone, it's going to take us to that same place where we can change the preset. We can change different presets that we have created from Logitech, or we can create our own. Now the ability to be able to do this on the fly, in my opinion, is game changing, especially if you're on console and don't want to have to keep going back to a computer or a PC to change these. If we really think about this, the GHUB software plus the headset as well as the Basestation is a trio that's really hard to beat. Well, we pretty much made it to the end of the video, and I want to share my final thoughts about the headset. There's plenty to like about the A50X. They provide the benefit of being able to seamlessly switch between platforms while gaming, better quality sound through the PROG Graphene drivers or the upgraded microphone. On top of all of that, the level of customization that we can do through the GHUB software. But are these all features that you would actually use? Speaking for myself, I mainly am on PC. We do have consoles in the house, but I don't really use them. The kids usually play on the Xbox, and I'll only use a Switch if I need to, if there's a specific game that I want to play. So is this something that will benefit me or you? I think that's really what it boils down to. Like if we think about it throughout the whole setup. For me, because I'm on PC and mainly use PC, there are still a lot of features that I can use. I still have the added benefit of being able to connect my phone or other device via Bluetooth and the Basestation, and I will still play the console from time to time. Would it be a day-to-day basis? No, but the option is still there. And saying all of this, there are people out there that have a setup just like mine where I just use the PC and only casually use everything else. or you'll have a PC and another console like an Xbox, or even you'll have all three, an Xbox, a PlayStation, as well as a PC. And the Basestation is perfect for that as well. We live in a world where true crossplay between different platforms is a real thing, and being able to use PlaySync with the Basestation is a big benefit for that. But the A50X doesn't just stop there at the Basestation. Bundled together with all of the new features in the A50X, the Basestation, the sound through the headset, the microphone quality, the GHUB software, all of that make the headset what it is. Logitech have upgraded parts of a headset that we all know and love and kept the stuff that made it great. Similar to the Logitech G502 mouse or even the Logitech G Pro wireless. They've taken a product that's really good and just improved it. There's definitely a step up and an upgrade from the A50, so if that's something that you're after as well, I definitely recommend these. Check out the link in the description where you can check out these on the Logitech G website and pre-order a pair. It currently retails for 749 Australian dollars, which can be seen as a hefty price tag for a headset. But when you look at what it can do and how it does it, I can see how this price point is justified. Don't forget, you can use code SOLIDGIFTS to get a discount on a wide range of technology on the website as well. Like a lot of other people, I've been using the A50s for years, and I know they've been around a little bit before that as well. There are even a lot of people that still use A50s to this day. If we look at it from a future-proof perspective, the headset and all of its features should last quite a while. If you're a streamer, a casual gamer, or everything in between, do I think that this headset is for you? If you want the latest and greatest with all the bells and whistles, something that is ahead of the game in terms of being able to future-proof your setup, and if you really enjoyed the A50s and want to upgrade from that, then I definitely think this is the one for you. So if you're looking for the latest and greatest in gaming headsets, this is it right here. The A50X covers all the bases. Again, I want to thank Logitech G ANZ for sending these out to me. These are going to be my daily drivers, whether I'm streaming, editing, or just on my PC. Keep an eye out for more videos and content, including a preset that I've created myself on GHUB. Until then, thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you guys haven't already, like and subscribe and comment below if you want to see more videos like this. I appreciate your time so much, and I'll see you all in the next one.